Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome co-founder and CEO of Web Summit, Paddy Cosgrave.
Good morning. Who had a good night last night? Some people had a good night. We've got an amazing speaker to bring on stage in a moment. In fact, we've got fantastic speakers the whole way through the day, ending with the president of Microsoft right here, Brad Smith. I think we've got to warm the audience up a little bit. I've been kind of doing little call-outs the last 2 days for, how people are feeling about different countries right now. America just had an election. How are people feeling about America right now? It's okay. How are people feeling about Portugal right now? This is such a fantastic country. We've fallen in love with Portugal over the last 3 years, and we're very much looking forward to staying here for the next 10 years. So we're going to start the morning how we've started every opening session on the opening night, yesterday morning, and today. Web Summit is absolutely about incredible speakers on stage. And in a moment, we have the CEO of Pinterest on stage. But it's also very much about you. All around you, all across this 1 kilometer campus, are some of the world's most incredible entrepreneurs, engineers. In fact, this is by far and away the world's largest gathering of entrepreneurs. And many of you in the audience are those entrepreneurs. And Web Summit is very much at its core about you meeting each other from hundreds of cities and countries around the world. So in a moment, I'm going to ask everybody to stand up and introduce yourself to 3 people around you, because you really never know who you're going to meet. So let's get everybody standing up, and introduce yourself to 3 people. What country? Raul, Queenie, Philippe, where are you from? From Portugal. Great. Fantastic. So, I'm afraid we all have to sit down. I'm sure you're all meeting fantastic people all around you. Web Summit absolutely runs from 9 to 5 every morning. But just to remind you, and I'm sure many of you were out last night and the night before, a critical component of Web Summit is Sunset Summit, which becomes Night Summit. So every afternoon from 4 p.m., Sunset Summit kicks off in the Portuguese Pavilion. We had about 7,000 people partying from 4 p.m. yesterday in the Portuguese Pavilion, which is about 100 meters that way. And then Night Summit ran until 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning if you're to go on Instagram and see some of the photos. So embrace Night Summit, go into the app, click on Night Summit, and you'll see where in Lisbon there will be hundreds of parties this evening. And enjoy yourselves. It's a great opportunity to meet people. So before I introduce our first guest, I just want one huge cheer and applause for host country, Portugal. So Brad Smith is going to be ending the day Throughout the day, we'll be joined by the head of the biggest game franchise on the planet, the founder of Tinder, one of the most incredible politicians in the world, Margrethe Vestager, the European Competitions Commissioner, and former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. But first, to a company whose website traffic totals more than 250 million users every month. Those users have pinned 175 billion times, if that's believable, on 3 billion virtual pin boards. And the company continues to grow rapidly. Pinterest believes the next big evolution in search will be based on visual content. To talk about how to capitalize on this mentality, please welcome to the stage Lauren Good from Wired and Pinterest co-founder and CEO, Ben Silbermann.